Hello dear learners, I am Christina Georgy and I welcome you to my session. In this particular video, we will look at the December 2021 TEE question paper on the course code BSOG-173, which is titled Rethinking Development. My dear learners, as I have already mentioned in my previous video, this is the only question paper available so far for your BSOG-173 exam preparation. So the upcoming exam question paper, that is the July 2022 paper, would be the second question paper available for all the upcoming batches to refer and study. It is of great importance to have an idea regarding the instructions given in your question paper. Here you can see the maximum marks 100. Remember, it's a 100 marks paper. What about the time? 3 hours. You may refer to your hall ticket and find out whether you are having your exam during the morning session or the afternoon session. So this changes as per the cycle in which you have taken admission. So if you look at the note provided, it is written that all questions carry equal marks. Answer any 5 questions. So you will have to answer just 5 questions. You have options here. All the 5 questions carry equal marks, which means that each of the 5 questions carry 20 marks. So basically you will have to write essays for 20 marks. Remember, there is a word limit mentioned, 400 words. Don't be bothered about the page numbers. As I said, it depends on your handwriting. 4 to 5 pages would do. I have explained all these aspects in detail in my previous video on BSOG. Yes, you can see this on screen. Do refer to that video so that you'll get a detailed overview on the course and its TEE. There we have discussed the various strategies to effectively prepare for the BSOG TEE. I've shared the very many study tips, the focus areas, important questions, how to write your answers, and more. So if you look at this question paper, you can see that there are 8 questions, out of which you are asked to write 5. The very first question: what is sustainable development? Explain. The question is very much easy and direct. Which unit is this question from? Remember the video that you already watched from my playlist on BSOG-173? Yes, it's from Unit 8. Dear learners, once you start writing in paragraphs. That is, you will have to have an introductory paragraph, then you will have to answer in a few paragraphs, and then you should conclude your answers in a concluding paragraph. See, this is the ideal way of writing, and this is what I suggest to my students as well. So even if this particular question is from block 8, environmental perspectives, I would suggest you to write an introduction on sustainable development before writing the content given in unit 8. So if you look at page number 17 of your study material, I am referring to the official study material provided by IGNOU. I would strongly recommend, being an academic counselor, that you should follow the official study material provided by IGNOU. The reasons I have explained in my previous video. So there, as part of section 1.4.4, you can write an introduction on sustainable development. See, the concept of sustainable development was first introduced by Brundtland. And you can also mention his definition of sustainable development. and all these would serve as an introduction. Later you can move on to Unit 8. There, as part of section 8.4.2, you can see Sustainable Development Perspectives explained in detail. These are basically page numbers 109 to 114. My recorded session on Unit 8 is available on my playlist on BSOG-173. So if you look at the second question, discuss political and socio-economic factors of development. That is also a very simple, direct question. From which unit? Unit 2. So if you look at page number 22 of your study material, you can see the economic factors, political factors, and finally socio-structural factors. So this answer would comprise of page numbers 22 to 24 of your study material. We have discussed all these in detail during our sessions on BSOG-173. I suppose at least those who attended the live sessions would be happy to see these questions, right? Yes, you'll certainly score well. Moving on to the third question, discuss the dependence theory of development. Remember Unit 5, dependency theory of development? Yes. Turn on to page number 66 of your study material. There you can see dependency theory, the main propositions, etc. Right? Yes. So 66 to 68 of Unit 5. Don't you find the questions easy? Yes, it is easy if you are familiar with your study material. So first and foremost, you need to go through the course introduction video. In that video, you'll understand which are the units, how many blocks and units are there. There are 4 blocks and 14 units. Alright, so you need to go through that video so that you'll get an idea. Fourth question, discuss the nature of post-industrial society. How direct a question. From Unit 4. So, if you turn on to page number 55, you can see the answer there. Wow. You just have to be familiar with the syllabus, familiar with your study material, and if possible, listen to the lectures and then you can frame an idea. There are options available, so you can always choose and learn. I've explained all such aspects in the BSOG TE video. The fifth question, I'm very sure that each and every student of mine would certainly attempt this question, and I'm very sure that you will score high for this question. The question is to explain the relationship between gender and development. If you have not yet prepared, go refer to the videos. There are 2 videos, part 1 and 2, from Unit 9 titled Gender and Development. So if you look at your study material, these are from pages 126 to 128. Shall we look at the next question? Question number 6. Yes. Describe Indian experience of development after independence. So this is from Unit 10. Indian experience of development after independence. You'll have to summarize the content mentioned in page numbers 145, 146, 147 and 148. I suppose you have an idea. It's also a direct question. Moving on to question number 7, discuss the causes and consequences of migration related to development. This is yet another interesting unit. It is unit number 12, remember? Yes. So migration, its meaning, you can start off with the meaning from page numbers 167 to 168. Later you can move on to causes and consequences. I know I don't have to tell you this again and again, but I want to make sure that each and every one of you do understand. Alright, yes. So the causes and consequences are mentioned from page numbers 171 to 173. And finally, the last question. See, we have reached the last question. It's very simple. Grassroots initiatives. Even if it is simple, you'll have to remember all the points. That is where the challenge lies. Even if the questions are very simple and direct, the challenge is to remember all the points. By points, I'm just referring to the key points that you should remember. While you write, you need to write descriptive answers. Some students were asking me this doubt after listening to my previous lecture. I just said key points in the sense, in your answers there must be important points that are mentioned in the course materials, right? You won't be able to write each and every line in your course material. That would be mugging up. I've discussed all the important points. I suppose so did Sir while we were taking classes on BSOG-173. I'll make sure that we'll update this playlist in course of time. So moving on to the 8th question, that is to examine the various grassroots initiative programs by government towards development. So this is from the last unit, unit 14. So you can summarize the introductory session from pages 195 to 197, and thereafter you can elaborate on the initiatives. So you can refer to pages 199 to 203 for that matter. So I've made sure that I've explained the questions precisely without consuming much of your time, because most of you must be doing your last minute preparation. The TE is soon approaching. Yes, so to analyze this question paper, the December 2021 paper, it's very easy, straightforward questions, very direct. You have enough and more options to just write 5 out of 8. It's not a big deal. I suppose you can do it, provided you have read the study material, you have effectively prepared, and you have attended the sessions. So let's hope that the upcoming TE would also be easy. I wish you all the very best for your effective preparation.